If you want to know something, can I tell you something really funny though?
Please do.
It's a bit of an oopsie daisy on my part. All right. I was recording on OBS and I didn't hit start recording. I hit start streaming. And I got a flood of X.com. Hey guys, we got merch.
Limited quantity drop. A limited quantity of items are being produced for the holidays.
Orders will begin shipping the first week of December.
All orders placed before December 10th will arrive before Christmas.
Check out the link in the description or shop for the merchandise below the video before it's too late.
You guys have been bitching about this forever, so you better f***ing buy some. If you don't buy some stuff, then go f*** yourself. You!
Gentlemen. Hunter, did you watch our Mulan cartoon? Milan.
No.
Oh.
No, I did. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I haven't been perusing the tubes lately.
Well, there was a little fucking, what's it called? Little teaser, little kickoff teaser for our first ever original pilot.
Oh, very good. Was the reception good?
Well, I think we confused everyone. Actually, maybe for legal reasons, I won't say that. I will say that people got the wrong impression.
No, they think it was a Templar
I
thing?
wouldn't say that. I certainly wouldn't say
Or,
that's
I mean,
the wrong
I think
impression.
that-
Is that
that's
what
maybe
you
the wrong
think?
impression they got.
Hmm.
No. Maybe that's just the impression that I saw.
I see.
Or that I'm coming to.
Yes, but didn't see. Certainly anyone else say. Correct?
I didn't hear anybody say it.
Yep, so who knows? Who can say? Hither to thither, to and fro.
It's weird that I'm looking at the end here. It's weird that they would come to that when it's like, it says original series. What the fuck?
Well, no one came to anything, so shut up, Hunter.
No one even knows what's going on.
Exactly. Who even
Everyone's
knows?
really confused. I'm confused at this point.
Yeah. It's all very confusing, but we're fucking bootstrapping an original pilot. This is kind of a fucking, what's the word? Sink or swim situation. We're throwing far too much money that we don't have at this project.
What do you think we're at?
And
What do you think we're at now, Tom?
I don't know. Who could know? Hither to thither, to and fro.
Probably too much money for our last cartoon to have been on 400,000 views after 3 days. Probably too much.
Okay,
money.
well that was no. I mean, I'll say this: if this doesn't get 10 million views, we are going bankrupt. But I'm confident in our ability and our skills.
Oh my god! Why does it just lead to your? Does it just lead to your Twitter just for the thick post you did?
Well, we'll do more. There's going to be more, guys. I promise.
Yeah, we have on Instagram we've got like 125,000 people, so that's fine. But on Twitter, our numbers aren't great, so we just figured, fuck it, send them there. Send them there, and start there. But we'll be posting shit everywhere. I have to tell you, it's shaping up. I think it's going to be pretty good.
10 million easy. That's what the shirt's going to say. Your guys' production shirt.
Should we get
10 mil easy?
Should we get shirts made already that says 10 million? Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Get them in production now and sell them no matter what it hits.
That it's going to get 10 million and put that so on the titty pocket of the shirt, it has 10 MILL easy. And then underneath that is a date. And that's the fucking date that you got 10 mil easy.
I like that. On the
back, it's going to be a sick graphic, like a sick crew member shirt.
I actually like that.
Oh, no, we're going to sell this to the public.
Yeah. Well, that too. No,
we're going to get people on board.
I thought that you guys were you should pull like a Steve Jobs when guys are working like 120 hours a week and he just made them shirts. Yep. Pretty cool club to be a part of.
Yeah, and then they release the iPhone. I mean, let's put this into perspective.
Yeah, that's true. In 1993, with that kind of perspective, that's true.
Oh, okay. Well, they released the Macintosh, so.
And that did gangbusters when it came out.
Yeah, Yeah, maybe you're right. Well, our people don't even get t-shirts because there's not enough money to buy 10 to 20 t-shirts.
It'd be a waste of money in general.
Yeah, because we're going to get 20
If
mil.
you were like a Hell of a Boss team or something and there's 400 people working on it, then it might make more financial sense because you probably get a discount. But making like, however many people working on your deal, it's just like you actually lose money by just trying to make some shirts.
Yeah, it's very terrifying, but I figured if not now, when?
Never.
If not us, who?
That's why you have to do it. You have to just sink or swim, baby. And you guys, dare I say, you're shaping up to look like Michael Phelps.
Uh-oh. Not
like
the
that?
greatest Olympian of all time. That Michael Phelps?
The single literal greatest Olympian to ever exist? ?
I think by the metrics, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with those metrics.
Yeah, 10 mil easy. Those are the kind of metrics I fuck
10
with.
10 mil easy. Please make an X post so that you guys directed people to your X account.
I'm sensing hostility towards our strategy of sending people to X.
I did. Well, for me, I didn't. I mean,
okay, I'm very sensitive right now. I'm very sensitive about this whole thing, and anything you do say, I will take personally.
Well, I just don't think I should say anything then, because I feel like what you're saying
Probably
to me
wise.
is you're gonna misconstrue anything I say to be something negative. Is what I'm hearing.
What do you mean by that?
Exactly.
You like that? That was cute, wasn't it?
Exactly. I did like that. That was a very Michael Phelps thing to say.
It was. What do you mean by that? And then he swims 1,000 laps. What do you mean? I'm a special man.
What do you mean by that? I have flippers.
Nothing, Michael. Just get back in the goddamn pool.
I don't want to swim anymore. I don't want to swim anymore. What do you mean by that?
Get in that goddamn pool, Michael.
The taste of gold hurts my teeth.
Well, you're going to taste it over and over again.
The metals.
How do I know it's real? How do I know it's real? I thought that there was chocolate. Underneath this.
You thought that there was gold, that the gold medal at the Olympics was one of the fake candy coins that you get during Halloween?
He didn't have to have Down syndrome. I liked when he sounded like that dog. The cartoon dog a second ago.
Yes, Snoopy, or whatever his name is.
It was kind of a fun take. Like that kind of sounds like a waterborne creature, But now he's got his candy and he's Down syndrome.
I still kind of have Down syndrome though.
They have to release a guppy into the water for every race for him to chase. That's how
I can't wait to go over to x.com/flashgetsadams and follow.
Okay, well, Flashgits was taken by an inactive account, so we had to go with Adams.
x.com/flashgetsadams.
I'm starting to feel kind of sensitive too towards Hunter's comments.
I tell you have Michael Phelps being on a podium saying that. He's like trying to plug your guys' Twitter, but like trying to make it seem very discreet.
I can't wait to go over to Flashgetsadams Twitter account.
Okay,
and hit the follow button.
I don't know what you mean by Twitter. That doesn't exist.
X.com, sorry.
Yeah, we do have a brand deal with Elon Musk, so we have to refer to it by the right name.
That's true. You probably would. I assume. You'd have to do that.
I will say, because I'm sure people are curious, off of 400,000 views currently, we have in fact received 2,000 new followers on Twitter.
There you go.
X
Bucks this spot.
com/Flashgetsadams.
What percentage of 400,000 is 2,000? 0.5%. I like those numbers. That's not bad. Why did that get you so good, huh?
It's so funny how fast that number came up. It was just funny because even I was like, how much is that really? It's just 0.0.
No, 0.5%.
Oh, 0.5. Okay.
All right.
I think you said 0.05. Okay,
that would
funny.
that would really hurt. That would be really sad.
I was like, God damn, dude.
What would that be? What would that be? Fucking what, like 200 people?
I guess, right?
200 people fucking psyched for our new show.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
I like that a lot.
Hey, listen.
It makes me laugh.
Independently made. That means no one can tell us no. And that's how I like it. So
we took too long to do it, though, dude.
Oh.
We took too long to do it because now people can just be like,
yeah, well, Husband Hotel and Hell of a Boss are independent too.
Yeah, but they don't, it's bullshit. They don't do anything with it. Like, if you're not going to fucking say naughty words, and I don't mean fuckity fuck, then, like, who even cares? Oh, yeah, we're independent, so we could make something that would perfectly jive with what's on TV already. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Whereas, hey, do you know what our cartoons got heapings of? Absolute heapings of? Genocide. That's right, genocide. I said it.
If you want to know something, can I tell you something really funny, though?
Please do.
It's a bit of an oopsie daisy on my part. All right. I was recording on OBS and I didn't hit start recording. I hit start streaming. And I got a flood of X.com notifications of people saying that I was live on Twitch. So my recording actually just started, video-wise.
This is good because that'll still be on Twitch.
Yeah, this is the exposure we need.
Saved on Twitch.
What I'm really happy for, and this is the deal, is that there was nothing that heinous actually said, so we're actually in the clear.
Yeah, did they hear us? Did they hear us at least?
Yeah, if the worst thing that they heard was Down syndrome Michael Phelps.
That's good. So wait, could they hear us?
Definitely.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Our new show is getting the exposure it needs. That is incredible.
They're taking screenshots of me at the moment where I'm realizing I'm live. Okay. All right. That was an oopsie daisy.
Nice, dude.
And I think my Twitch.
You said our X handle so many times. Yeah, really appreciate that.
the 20. I did say it a few times. How do we know that it wasn't me actually just plugging?
I gotta go look at our stats, bro. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's 78 new followers, bro.
Viewers all went in.
Oh, you've only got 20 views. What the fuck? So that big oopsie daisy was worth nothing.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, I'm not a big streamer.
I thought you were big. Thought you were. Why are we doing this?
I'm going to the comment section now though of it. It's pretty funny. He said something about Down syndrome. Was said at 4:19 a minute ago. Uh-oh. And also, this is a great plug for my Twitch. So there you go.
There you go. Everyone's winning. This is a good episode. Matt, do you know what though? Like, all things considered, that could have been way worse.
Oh god! Oh,
we're lucky we only just started getting into this episode.
That could have. Yeah, no, that could have been very unfortunate.
There was so many words I was thinking of saying that I didn't say when I was talking about.
but yet the ghost of Michael Phelps was holding you back, dude, and that's all that matters.
That's right. He fucking
swim. Don't sink, Tom. Swim.
I won't let you drown, buddy. Thank you, Michael.
You're about to drown. No,
my little fucking Down syndrome flipper foot guardian angel.
Yeah, like a 1/2 foot tall tater tot. Like it's basically just his head and his ears are hands, and he has like size 17 feet, so he can like really swim fast though. They're like little motors.
I can barely pay attention because of this big oopsie you made. It's so funny to me. I'm just like,
I made an oopsie. That's the title, dude.
That's a
the actual funny title for this episode would be x.com/Flash Gets Ends. And then it's like in the title.
I like that.
Even more
exposure. I
agree.
You're playing with fire, man. You should have a separate fucking get OBS Studio and set it just for Cream Crew.
That's what I'm using. For some reason, though, I start streaming. I streamed on it like
no.
once
What I'm saying is
there's
OBS and then there's like the Streamlabs OBS. So get one.
No, I know.
Okay.
I'm using OBS, the normal one, not Streamlabs.
Yeah, but you could. I'm saying get a separate one just for Cream Crew that's not linked to anything.
I see.
Fucking sandbox us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that we also just got some people that are maybe gonna start watching the channel now.
I'm Even
hyped. Though we didn't. This is like one of the few times also we didn't say welcome to Cream Crew at the beginning. So people are probably just wondering what was going on. Huh.
Oh, I wish I had got the whole episode just fucking streaming that shit.
Yeah,
that would have been bad. That would have been real bad, boys.
When is the release date for this announcement that's so secret?
You know what? We've learned through trial and error never to mention release dates ever.
Not even as like just for our podcasters being like, it might come out this day, but nothing's concrete.
It might come out in early December.
Wow. That's soon. Holy shit. Yeah. That's exciting.
Oh boy.
Unless you're just blowing smoke at my ass.
No. I mean, it was supposed to, it's already been pushed like 2 weeks. So that should give you an example of how, firm that date is.
I see. Is it going to be, is that the thing that's ending the year for you guys?
No, after that, we're going to do a Furries Crusade. To link, to push it. To say, hey, this is cool, but we've got something way better, Hey, here's what you actually want, but how about you go and taste this too?
Yeah, at the end of the furry thing, you should have them. I mean, I don't know if this would fuck it up, but you have them meet up with your hooligans. And people are like, who are these people? And it's like, you'll fucking know who they are over here, even though this isn't a part of the same universe at all. And it's just going to be convoluted and weird.
Yeah.
Never mind. Don't listen to what I'm saying. I'm retarded. Don't even listen to it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to walk myself into a lawsuit here, so I think I will ignore you.
True.
I got a tune coming up this Sunday, and I got one more, baby, and that's it for me for the end of the year.
What tune you got?
I'm doing Taylor Swift this Sunday, and then doing Melvin end of the year.
Ooh, another Melvin, you say?
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yes.
Did you ever put the comic book thing out? You were talking about?
Yeah, it came with the plushie. Nice.
No.
If you bought the plushie, it just came with it.
Oh, well, wait, what are we talking about? You talking about the, manga?
The manga?
Oh, okay.
The manga?
Yeah. Damn, why didn't I ever get one of those? Manga? I didn't even realize it came out.
The manga? It just came. If you pre-ordered the plushie, it just came with it. We're still going to be doing the thing though. I'm going to wait for one more to come out because we also have we have the bowling manga done too. It just hasn't been printed yet. But I think I'm going to do after this one we're releasing in December. The next one we do, that should be enough for like a 200-page book to be able to actually put out.
I will buy that.
Mm-hmm. It'll be very fun.
It'll be good. Did you ever sell those VHS tapes?
No.
They were just for fun.
It's just hard. It's hard. It cost a lot to actually make them.
I feel privileged. I've got one.
I don't know if there's I don't think there's a big enough market to actually sell them. I like collecting VHS tapes, but I think it's a very small market.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm just I like that thing a lot. I'd never even use it because I don't have a player, but it's just fun. It's a big, fun, chunky thing.
It's a nice little piece, and it is functional in case, God forbid, something just magically gets hooked up one day. You can put it.
God forbid, there's a fucking the internet collapses under the weight of the next World War, but we'll still be able to hand crank a VHS player and TV to play the Meat Canyon tunes. That's what I'm going to show my kids in my bunker.
Yeah. I do like the idea of you being a doomsday prepper dad.
I'm wearing my US Army beanie, so I'm basically fucking there, bro.
That is the literal first step, is owning a US Army beanie.
Bro, this is going to fucking get me in with the right people. Oh, here's
the question.
Go ahead.
With your guys' secret plan, are you going to put ads on those?
Fuck no. Unless,
I was just asking. I was just wondering.
Well, here's the thing. Well, no, it will never be just a standard ad. But if someone wanted to be like, you know how Rick and Morty did those like Hardee's ads and all that shit. If someone wanted to pay us an obscene amount of money to have the characters endorse something that we actually like, I would be down for that. But never would I want to put like a NordVPN or Raid Shadow or anything like that on it. Just because
that bullshit we do.
I don't know.
You're saying that you don't like those?
What are you saying, Tom?
I love those things. They're my favorite things. But what I am saying is like this one's for us. You know, this one's all about one's all about Tom and Don and the show. And that's all that matters. Whereas Nord and that, you know, that's for them.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
But I do have, you know, I'm not gonna name names, but if there are any companies out there that wanted to sponsor a little segment from our show, I do have some thoughts on who they could be.
Toad knows. Who said that?
I would, in fact, I'd even go this far. I'd make a whole episode around a sponsor. I think that'd be really funny if it was like the right sponsor.
Yeah, definitely.
I
like that idea a lot, actually. It's just kind of like a funny little you definitely got paid for it, but it doesn't like interfere with the comedy at all. And if anything, it like lends itself to it, like the narrative somehow.
Exactly. So, it is a show set in space, and I will say, Bad Dragon, if you're listening and you want to put out a new alien pussy, we have the perfect show.
We have the perfect
We can literally demonstrate your new fucking pocket pussy, alien pussy in the show. That's a promise. So, I don't know. You tell me, Bad Dragon, what do you want to do? You want to make a deal? You want to make some money? You want to make some real money? Stop doing collabs with fucking has-been YouTubers? You want to make some real money? We're here.
Damn, dude.
Huh?
I said, damn, dude. Has-been YouTubers. Come on, man. They're one of my sponsors right now, dude.
I know that was the joke.
That was hurtful.
I'm still upset about the things
I've been
you said
gassing
earlier.
my boys up this whole time.
Okay, well, you did
for no reason, dude.
You did say some stuff earlier that I was sensitive to. So.
What? Reading the URL to your Twitter
page? Yeah, that's right. I'm not going to let that go. You've made an enemy for life.
It's about the tone, Hunter. It's about the tone of voice.
I love that, like, you get Don on board with my crusade with like
Down syndrome tone of voice.
I was just like, I'm sensitive to that, and then Don's like, maybe I should be too.
I'm also upset by this.
Yeah, now I too am upset. You'd be the perfect fucking concentration camp guard.
Syndrome,
actually, I got a question for you, Hunter. Did you ever sell your Bored Ape?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Did you ever have a Bored Ape?
No.
Really? I thought you did. Mm-mm. I thought you were one of the few. I thought you were in on that.
No, I wish I had one. I wish I went to that convention where people got blinded by the UV
Elliot
lights.
Shared
what the fuck is all that?
Instead
hilarious.
of LEDs.
So they invite. So the whole Bored Ape thing was at least the draw, like part of the draw, apart from the money laundering thing, was like buying a VIP pass to events that were supposed to happen with other rich people. And then I guess they finally had one, and for starters, it's just like a dude fest. There's like it's just a bunch of
really,
just like a bunch of guys just dancing in a rave, no women like in sight anywhere. And then apparently that night, dozens of them woke up in agony, blind, like their eyes didn't work. Because at the thing they were blasting them with UV light, which I guess like fucks up your eyes. Like the sun? But
sunlight.
Well, yeah, when we
like direct fucking,
when we had that snowstorm in Texas, and I went fucking scavenging for food and water in my US Army beanie, like a fucking Outlander. That happened to me because the light reflecting off the snow was like blinding my stupid pale eyes.
Yeah, but who makes rave concert grade UV lights without knowing it's going to burn irises out?
I really don't know how they got that slip up. I mean, I don't know.
Just get a couple halogens; it'll be fine. Like we've never run an event like this before. UV. We're all tech companies. How do you make a rave? Just get a couple halogens, dude. It's fine.
what company just makes those kind of lights in UV lights though? I just don't understand.
That's what I'm saying. They probably just hooked
How
up
is
a
the
bunch of
technology
like.
all just LED?
They probably just hooked up a bunch of fucking stupid shit without knowing, you know?
Well, what I thought I heard was that like it was from what I saw in the picture, it was this giant. It was like this giant screen that was showing like different Bored Apes, whatever. And it was just, but it was so bright.
And this Bored Ape is the sun god.
It's a funny fiasco. I've been wanting to look into it because it's very funny. Very, very funny.
We had a friend who had one, and I asked him when it was like really worth a lot. I was like, bro, are you going to sell this thing ever? Because it feels like a bubble's going to pop eventually on this. He was like, of course a bubble's going to pop, but and I haven't asked him since if he like sold it or not.
I think he waited too long, and it was a bummer because he didn't want to use it to get rich. He wanted to use it to finance a documentary about the whole thing. And then, he waited too long, and it got fucked.
That's a fucking stupid use of money.
He's a filmmaker. He's a filmmaker.
You're gonna use the supposed profits from an NFT you're not gonna sell to make a documentary about the NFT you're not gonna sell.
It was about the phenomenon of like the whole thing, and I think if it had worked out for him, it was probably kind of shrewd. You spend that money.
So wait, is that documentary off?
Yeah, I don't think it happened because that's how he was going to finance it. But yeah, his Bored Ape got up to like 400 grand, I think.
No, it was more than that, wasn't it?
Really?
So it was like worth a nice, tasty like million. I don't know.
Amazing.
I don't know. He said, she said, but wow, that sucks.
Yeah. Silly boys.
I would have probably just sold the NFT.
Then you wouldn't get to go to all the cool
man.
raves with the boys.
Yeah,
That's
do you want to
okay.
get pussy or not?
That's okay. No, I don't.
Yeah, well, I figured.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Looking at you, that makes sense.
I made Don get a sleep study so we could be twinsies.
We're twinsies, guys. I've got sleep apnea too.
Fucking sleepovers at the Flash Kids house are going to be unbearable.
I'm 30 years old and have sleep apnea.
Okay, night, guys.
I hadn't seen your machine before. I saw it in a picture of your cat you sent one of the group chats, but you've got that nice velvet cover of the hose on it. I meant to ask. That looks nice. Yeah. For comfort.
Well, it's because if you don't have it, the fucking the tubing is like ribbed. So against like a metal bed frame, it's like it's like that little wooden block you would play as a kid in like the stupid fucking school production, you know? Right. So that's why. I fucking love it, dude. It's best thing. Hey, all you fucking neckbeard losers listening to this, you probably all have sleep apnea. And you should go get that shit checked out because I had sleep apnea, even though I don't snore or nothing. And I got a CPAP, and it literally like I had severe sleep apnea, and it changed everything.
Well,
everything.
The thing about it is
I'm so alive.
I wonder how much it plays into that like face structure thing, like our mush food and our weak jaws. You know, like I feel like
okay. My jaw's fucking great.
Well, you do have a narrow
hands.
airway, right? That's literally your problem because your mouth is too small.
Yes, I do have a narrow airway.
Mm-hmm.
Not my mouth, just my airway. My mouth is awesome.
Did you ever get
everyone's always saying cool mouth?
Did you ever get your wisdom teeth out, or did they just show up and fuck all your teeth up?
No, I got them out.
Yeah. No, what they were saying is like in the animal kingdom, animals have straight teeth and humans don't, and it's because our jaws don't grow right. So sure, your jaw is pretty good, Tom, but if you didn't grow up on mush, theoretically it could have been even better, and you would have just not had sleep apnea as well. So the point I'm rounding.
I mean, that part's cool.
Yeah. So the point I'm rounding is it seems likely that a fuckload of people have sleep apnea, probably. Especially if you have like a weak chin and you're a mouth breather like me. So you should get a sleep study.
Hunter definitely has sleep apnea, no fucking question. The only thing with Hunter is I'm worried that if he fixed his sleep apnea, he would be able to stay up for like 3 days at a time and then just collapse of a heart attack anyway.
Yeah, Hunter's got enough energy.
Thank God.
in it, slowing down, trip him up.
You guys, it's so sad. You pray for my demise. It's so sad.
You pray for.
I wish for just nothing but camaraderie, but it's always some kind of like pissing contest that I like to want nothing to do with, and it makes me so sad.
You say that,
I do.
but you are cutthroat in your head.
That's true. It's very true.
Not towards you.
Absolutely. Here's what it is. Me and Don make jokes out loud, but inwardly we're like, "Fuck yeah, man! You go get it." You never say it out loud, but in your head, you hope we die.
That's not true. Well, I hope you die, but for not the reasons of the things that you're trying to achieve. I just want you to die.
Oh, okay. Well, for my part, I will say I can't wait for you to get a movie. I can't wait for all your various shows to come out, which I guess I'm probably not allowed to speak about on this podcast. And I'm hyped for you, but I will always say out loud that I hope you fall on your face and die too.
That will happen, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, it would be.
You know what's going to be the worst part about my funeral is the people that have to carry the casket.
I want to be on that squad. Can I be on that squad? Do I have enough followers?
Boy, you probably have to because you're one of my stronger friends. I feel like.
Oh, okay, all right, thanks, buddy.
The sheer weight of not only the casket but me.
Don, you don't get to be on the squad. You're too tall. You'd fuck up the balance of all of it.
I was appreciating how Hunter skillfully dodged a question. If you have enough followers to carry his casket.
That's true. As soon as he said I was strong enough,
you're like, "Ooh, I
was gone."
I'm taking investment that this hyperlink fiasco is really going to boost you guys up to good numbers. So we'll see. Well, you know what? I'll dot you down to a maybe.
Can we advertise at your funeral?
You can do whatever you want at my funeral.
Okay. Well,
I don't give a shit. I'm dead.
Okay. Well, you seemed upset about the idea of me taking your meat and making a meat ring when you died, so I'm getting mixed signals.
Well, I don't like that. Well, you can't desecrate my body.
You mean honor your body?
That's the only rule.
Honor it.
That's the only rule.
Keep a little piece of it close to me at all times.
No. That's you selfishly taking a piece of me. That's desecrating
I'm not
my body.
selling it. It's for me. It's like a nice little like.
It's desecrating it. If I sat there, you know what I would do if I wanted that to happen? I would say in my death letter or whatever that I give out, it would be one of my last wishes. I'd say cut a piece of my fucking balls.
Oh, that would be
like my
sick.
dead nut, and give it to Tom.
Can I have that?
So put it in a vial. Well, there you go. We'll see what happens. But right now you're pushing it, and you're still on the fucking maybe list for the casket carrying. So we'll see about the dead nut fiasco, which both of them will be dead, but one's been dead for way longer.
Yeah, I want that one.
Way cooler. Who gets the other pieces?
I'm not greedy. I'll just take a piece.
How many pieces you cut it into?
Nobody's asking for some, so I'd probably just say, just take a little piece of my nut, my actual testicle too, not the skin.
That would be
the actual dead testicle.
But then in that case,
unironically, that would be awesome.
Why are you withholding the whole testicle? Why not? Why just a little piece versus the whole thing?
I don't need all of it.
Well, I mean, he only doesn't need the whole thing. He just needs a piece for a ring.
He's going to want those in the afterlife anyway.
I kind of, in the afterlife, I can still, I believe in Egyptian rules, dude. You gotta have your goods with you in the afterlife, in the physical world, to carry them over to the afterlife. And I don't mind having my dead nut already taken out. You know,
like a
little piece of it?
What do I have to do to A, get on the casket list, and B, get a piece of your nut?
I just don't even think you can do anything. I think it's just going to be kind of a, one of those things. I'll just see how I feel on the day that I write the letter.
So unfair.
Well, that's life, dude. And that's the biggest life lesson I'm giving you. What you don't realize is that in my death, I'm actually teaching you an important life lesson. And you won't be able to comprehend it until you're much older. And you'll do the same to your son, and his son will do the same thing to his son.
Can I have extras pieces of your nuts, and then I can pass those down to my kin?
No, and I would make it a thing too, where if I said you have this, but you need to be buried with it.
That would be sick too. I'd be down with that.
And I would be like, you have to take off your wedding ring and put it where your wedding ring is.
I want Don's skull.
What a casket, dude. That's a fucking crazy pinata full of stuff. What else are you putting in the casket, dude?
I don't know, but I
Are you saying
really.
you want to be buried with it, or are you just saying that when he's dead, you're just going to keep his skull
both.
in your office?
I want.
Which
if I had Don's
Shakespearean
skull
guy
on my-
gets the skull? He holds the skull of someone else.
I don't know. Shakespeare's gay.
Oh yeah, what the fuck is that? I know what you're talking about.
Poor
Is it
Horatio.
Othello?
I
or
kinda
no?
like that.
Mm.
I knew him.
Yeah. And the guy,
Yeah, I would.
the guy
It would
whose
be on
skull
my
he was-
next to my Sonic statue for sure.
he was cool too, right? The skull, the guy that was the skull was a cool guy. I like that.
I like how Don in this moment is still willing to give you his skull. He just really wants you to say that he's a cool
it's-
guy.
well,
But he was like,
it's
pretty sweet, right?
It's like
Tom?
this is the skull of a cool guy. He wasn't a loser, you know? This skull
If you were a
skull
real
that's in
man,
my
Don,
office,
and you
he
wanted
was
to
a
help
cool
humanity,
guy once.
they stopped doing this, but they'd bring it back for your body, dude. Is they would take your fucking skeleton and they'd put it on one of those little rack for medical schools to look at. They'd be like, people would look at your spine like it's a fucking wonder of the world.
Maybe.
They'd be like, oh my God, was he part reptile? And the doctor's like, not at all, actually. He was all ape. 100% ape.
I do feel like in like
I would
10,
love to
15
be.
years, they're going to have like a flawless spine corrective procedure, and I'm going to be stuck with my stupid
Definitely.
fused baton spine.
I was even, it's funny you guys brought up the sleep app machine, because I was thinking, I'm like, in like probably like 50 years or so, the sleep app machine is going to be something that's just like so easy to do. It's going to be not this, people are going to look back on the sleep app machine and be like, what a fucking archaic, crazy machine. All the giant, like you have to like tie the fucking thing around your face and like the tube.
It's so grim
Makes a bunch
dark,
of
dude. I
noise.
love it.
I mean, it's cool. Kind of reminds me of like a World War I like gas mask or some shit.
I do. I tell you, I have found like little uses for it I'd never imagined. Like, I can gas chamber my
Vacuum
wife,
cleaner.
but it's all
Yeah.
filtered for me. Like she gets the
good.
full
You know what's
brunt,
weird
but
about-
I'm like good.
Do you both sleep naked in your bed?
Oh fuck yeah!
That's interesting, man. I was thinking about that the other day.
Do
I was
it,
like,
dude.
people who sleep naked in their bed, if you're like farting and shit, I fart a lot in my bed.
Yeah, let it out.
I don't know if
Get
I
a
want
CPAP and filter
bare
it out.
gas on my yeah.
That's for real.
just like you're like like snoring. It's like those chaotic. Your cat's having a fucking panic attack in the room, clawing at the door. Meow, meow. Can't even hear itself meow over the fucking sounds you guys are making in the bed. Do you ever fuck with the seat mask on?
Oh no, that
That's
would be
gotta-
awesome.
That's gotta enhance your sexual
I
drive.
tell you what
'cause
I
of the amount of
do.
oxygen
Yeah,
you're getting.
I take the piping out and I just fucking shove it in her asshole, and then I can I can really go to town.
You get it back out and you put it on your face. Good night, sweetheart. Yeah, you start. It's so stinky that you're like throwing up inside them. It's like filling
Oh,
with the
dude,
inside.
anything to be closer to my angel.
Yeah, anything to just get that much closer.
Yeah, no way.
We're so connected.
It's pretty cool. The other little thing I can do is sometimes the light is too much, and in the morning or whatever, and I used to not be able to kind of completely submerge myself under the covers because it would get too hot. But now I get a nice,
Now you
refreshing cold breeze of CPAP air constantly hitting my face. So I've gained that power too. I can fully cocoon inside my blankets.
That's nice, dude.
I'm telling you, people are missing out.
People are missing out.
Unironically,
I like the
though,
idea
Hunter,
of
you
your-
really
of
need
your
to
neighbor.
get a sleep study done because you're
You're
dying.
Hey, every day we're dying, baby.
You are dying
say?
rapidly.
That's fine, dude. Hey, you know what? Sometimes different strokes for different folks, dude.
Imagine how much more efficient and crazy. Like, you're already the most hardworking, efficient man I ever met in my life. But actually, you're not that efficient, but you are crazy hardworking. So if you had a CPAP,
Is
you'd
my
get
is my efficiency lacking?
Well, no. Here's what I'll say: you're incredibly quick and you're very fucking hardworking. But any mention of like systemization sends you into like a stroke. if I'm like, you could document this process in like a spreadsheet or something, you'd probably rather kill yourself.
Yeah, that's true. No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I shoot from the hip.
Yes, I would say that's fair.
If I try to break it down, then I would collapse in on myself.
Yeah,
I can't even think about it because if anything, to me, that's just another step. It's like a redundant step that is like in the long run will help me, but now it doesn't, and that is what hurts me.
Well,
so it's like I know that in time it would be good, but in the moment I'm like, this is something that I know that like, just like, why the fuck am I doing this?
Well, you need to play to your strengths too. Like, I think for a long time we saw just how crazy, just fucking, you're like a force of nature. I think we saw that, and we were like, well, we could be force of nature too. And turns out with sickly boys who break at the slightest hurdle. So we have to play into our strengths, and that is systematization,
Yeah. No,
you just got to figure out your thing and run with it,
Yeah, you just got to figure out what is the what's the pace you like moving at things and stuff.
Yeah.
You can't really just like force yourself into a thing just because you see somebody else do it and you're like, oh, they look like they're doing good, because it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, for real. But sometimes it's hard to not lose sight of that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, that's like the biggest thing. It's just envy and like just being like, why the fuck, like just like confusion and like trying to make sense of something will blind you very quickly.
Yeah. Sad.
But I am excited for this new project coming out. It's going to, I can't wait to see it.
All's all yours.
I've gotten to see some glimpses of it, but I haven't gotten to see anything too crazy. Like, I feel like, which is cool too, because whenever it drops, I'll get to see it as it was meant to be presented and stuff with no.
Well, do you want to see? No, you don't want to? Okay.
No, I want to be like everybody else, the other viewers. I want to experience it for the first time, showing up on my feed, clicking the thumbnail, getting to comment on it. I want to be a fan watching it.
Problem is, you're one of the few people we can get genuinely good feedback from. So when the animatics done,
I mean, if you're looking on feedback, I can do that. Yeah. It seemed like it was already basically done. Is why I was like, oh, if it's already done, then I just want to watch it when it's out.
No, I mean the animatics is like 2/3 of it is pretty fucking locked, but we've been like fucking with the last third for ages, and it's really hard to like get it right. So at some point, I'll probably be sending you something because, like I said, there's not many people I can really trust their opinion on stuff.
How can we say how long it is?
Shape it up to be 12 minutes.
Nice. Yeah, that's sick.
We tried to make it 8. We got the script down to 8 pages, and through the process of making it has already gone up to 12.
Oh, okay. So it's like it's an 8-page script, but it's the pacing and stuff.
No, we've had to add stuff.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, just realizing that like the characters weren't
12
there.
12 is a nice number though.
It's good. It feels legit. It feels like a TV show.
Yeah, that's going to be something like a legit Adult Swim program kind of thing. I think that people will like that, because I think even sometimes too, like there is an audience obviously for over 20-minute long cartoon stuff, but I think like for your first thing, I think going too long would be probably a negative. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
Like if the standard thing has always been 3 to like 4 minutes. Doing a 20-minute long thing, I think people would be like, versus 12 doesn't feel like that big of a step compared to 20. Like even just like being like, oh yeah, I have time for 12 minutes versus even like, there's a weird thing, like a weird mental hoop or jumps that people do about like if you see a video that's 45 minutes versus an hour, you're like, the hour one, you're like, I just don't have time versus the 45-minute one. You might be like, just put it on or something. It's like weird how people make those differences with like very short time increments.
Yeah, no, I feel that like 20 if I see something 20 minutes on YouTube, I'm almost never gonna fucking watch it ever.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Which is strange because that's like the new norm, I feel like, for a lot of content.
Yeah, well, we are very much stuck in the past. So
sure. Also don't think that you consume content like other people and stuff. Like I feel like you probably have the stuff you like to watch, and it's like a nice ritualistic experience probably.
It's a very fucking weird, like, list of things that I like to consume on YouTube. But yeah, for real, I don't have a time that I like to go and watch.
What do you consume on YouTube these days? It's so weird.
Just I don't know. Just like there's
Peter?
No, I don't really ever watch Peter. I think it's
Petey.
fucking kind of dry. I like a good Marcus Brownlee video.
Mhm.
Always like a good Marcus Brownlee video.
Who fucking doesn't, dude?
I know.
Who doesn't?
There's also
I
like
love that man.
there's like a reaction channel to music that I like to watch.
Oh, those two
which
guys.
is kind of weird because those are usually insufferable. Yeah, there's two guys. I think it's called. Well, I know it's called Lost in Vegas, and I like watching them react to music.
Good channel. Yeah.
That's about it, maybe. I'm trying to think what else I even watch. I watch fucking Hunter's cartoons, and that's my lot. That's like 3 channels.
What was who is Boogie? I keep hearing about the documentary.
Do you not remember
Francis?
Francis? Do you remember Francis?
Was that
fat guy?
Is that his real name? Is that a character he plays?
That's his character.
Okay.
It's a character, yeah.
His name is Steven something. I can't
His
remember
name is Boogie2988.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but his channel name is Boogie2988, but he had that popular character named Francis. That's like what made him pretty popular. That, and he like was just like an early internet figure doing like, I don't know, he just talked about his life and shit, and it was popular there for a bit. But he's just gone through a crazy. There's actually a great new documentary that went up about him called like the sad, lonely life.
Did he make it?
No, but the documentary guy that went out and made it got to go to his house and actually document him and like interview him, which is kind of an interesting change of pace. Why is that?
Well, because documentary people don't fucking care about you. They care about a good documentary.
It's a bad move. Bad move to let them in, of course, to talk to.
Except, it makes him relevant again, which is probably the whole dark side of this whole thing in the first place.
Sad.
Yeah, there's a transactional thing. I don't think that the guy I don't think the guy ever is ever untruthful about his intentions with it. About being like, and I think that like he's very upfront with him because there's a part where he's like, we stopped recording for like 3 or 4 months because, and he was like driving and he was just like, this is like just the fucking like sad, miserable fucking story or whatever. Not really in a sympathetic way, but it's just like everything he says is negative, all this stuff. And he like he did a different spin on it. And I think that like the entire time he was very like pretty blatant with like, this is just what it is. Like, this is the story. I don't think he was trying to like, have him say anything or do a catch-all. I think it was just literally just doing a documentary on him and documenting him and hearing his side of things. Because the interesting thing about Boogie that is that, I mean, he's a lol cow, but he's like, I mean, he still generates a lot of like traction for people wanting to know about his story or like the crazy shit he gets into. You know what I mean? And I think it's completely destroyed his perception of reality with like his relationship with like creation and YouTube and stuff. It's just very odd. So I don't know. He takes on the same kind of thing as like a Wings of Redemption or something too. And I don't know. It was very, very well done. Like it was probably one of my favorite ones I've seen since I think it probably is my favorite Boogie one I've seen. I like Mr. Snowflake a lot too. That's been a channel I've been watching a lot too. Mr. Snowflake does a lot of great content like that. And he does it too, where he just he's been doing narration on his other videos, but the last couple series he's been doing, he like strings clips of people like what they're saying and like creates a narrative out of like the content they're making. So that's kind of interesting, is like there's no interference. It's him just taking things that they've said and like stringing them along, and you get a narrative that way. That's kind of interesting. So yeah, good stuff. I would recommend it. The video blew up too. The documentary is doing really well for that guy. So
that is an interesting way of doing it, like stringing together stuff that people have said to make a story. Yeah, not in a really bad, like, obviously you're manipulating the story by cutting what they're saying, but it's like showing like extensive, like full sentences and things, and like showing other B-roll and other stuff. Like he did, I forgot what the
the one that Mr. Snowflake was doing. He's doing a boogie one right now, and he has a great series about Amberlynn Reed, but he narrates on that one. But it's just like, it's almost like a Christian arc where it's like he has to kind of like step in and be like, this is what's happened, because it covers like years and years and years of her story. But yeah, it's interesting. It's really cool to see a lot of good documentary stuff on YouTube right now.
I feel like it's all, I don't know. I like, part of me, because I like documentaries a lot, so part of me finds that exciting, but the other part of me feels like it's also like, it's not a documentary about like some big giant fucking, you know, faceless thing, some megacorp, whatever the fuck. It's really, it feels a little parasitic in nature.
I think I know exactly what you mean. And I think that the difference, to me at least, and this is just my opinion, I know some people might not agree, but I think a lot of the people that label their videos like the downfall of X or something, and they're capitalizing on the bad moments of something versus telling an overarching story of this thing and documenting like the history of something, feels different. Like the way that, like, I don't know, Frederick Nunson approaches a documentary, and even this new Boogie one, isn't so much that it's I mean, like, the capturing of these bad things is just the reality of what's happening. But I don't think that it feels like it's trying to like suck the life out of a bad thing that's happened to someone, which other people on YouTube, I think, do in a way. And I think that they profit off of just the demise of people and things that they've done and siphoning people in their worst moments, which feels, you know, that feels parasitic to me. But I think sometimes if the narrative is just that's the reality of the situation, that feels different. If that makes sense. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I wonder, like, with someone, okay, like Boogie is the example. What does the person who makes a documentary, what initially do they see and makes them go, I want to make a documentary about that? Like, what is it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's part of what feels a little sus to me.
For me as a viewer, well, I think that the interesting thing is that it's a new way of how, like, interesting stories and cautionary tales, I think, is a big thing. And I think it's like what makes something interesting to make a documentary out of those things is the idea of someone social media, I think, to a lot of people is a gift. And I would agree. I mean, like, if you can make it on social media, that is a blessing from God, whatever. It's so rare that it happens. And I think whenever people see that they've spoiled that thing, or the kind of like controversies that have brought people together, or like have like, basically you have like a small empire you're looking at, and how did that empire fall? It's kind of how I've seen those comparisons, at least how I see it, is like, what made it, like, how did it get made? How did it flourish, and how did it fall? That's how it feels like to me.
I do like this Rome-esque vibe you're giving it. I am more interested now.
It actually colored it more.
Well, it's just how that's like the parallel I see. It's like the same reason that you would want to be like, well, what's interesting about seeing Rome? And it's like, well, it's obviously culture and civilizations, but I think for the internet, especially YouTube, it's something that's so much more personal. So when it's something that's like a one-on-one thing, and even especially if it's like, you know, of this creator, and maybe you've never heard of them, or you've never like dived into their content or something, it feels like a way of like seeing their story because it feels done, or it feels like finite, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it has that kind of appeal.
I want to bring back like self-masturbatory documentaries made by the person who's it's about. Do you remember The Amazing Atheist had that documentary Amazing?
I never saw it, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, I want to go back to that.
Isn't The Amazing Atheist? Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm thinking of The Amazing Racist. What was that one?
The Amazing Racist. That was what's that guy?
Ari Shaffir, right?
Yeah. I used to watch that as a kid.
Yeah, but he was called The Amazing Racist, though, right?
The Amazing Atheist was like probably before you had internet, but he, you know.
I remember his name, but I don't ever remember, because I remember he was like a big like
TJ Kirk, I think.
Yeah, he did a bunch of. I remember seeing the name, but I never heard about that. I feel like a lot of that self-masturbatory stuff exists heavily in fitness.
Well, it certainly wasn't fitness for him, but yeah.
No. I'm just mean today, like the self-masturbatory stuff. I think it still exists in the fitness industry and sphere of like them bolstering why they're good at something, how you can look like this, you know, how hard it is for them to do these things, but they persevere. kind of stuff. I think that's kind of like I'm doing a video that's coming out, I think, next Wednesday. This guy called Brian Johnson, and he's like, I think he's 47, and he's trying to de-age himself.
Oh, you're talking about this with the blood bag son?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's like that kind of thing where I think that like people will look at that and that if anything, they're trying to rationalize their crazy lifestyle and the things they do while also having people kind of tell them like, that is hard. You look great or whatever. It feels like instant feedback, like self-recognition.
Are you sure
kind
you
of
got
thing.
the right name?
Brian Johnson? Shouldn't that be it?
Because when I type that in, I get AC/DC's lead singer.
That is Brian Johnson, isn't it?
Oh, damn. He made it big on
I think my dad brought him up in church as a counterpoint to how no one lives forever in heaven and stuff. It was funny.
But no one lives forever, but there is this one guy. There is this one guy who kind of figured
it's
it
Brian
out.
Something. What the fuck? No, it is Brian Johnson. Okay, I was right. It is Brian Johnson on YouTube.
Damn, that's the smartest play of his plan is he gave himself the same name as someone who's going to be immortalized forever.
Thunderstruck.
I saw a funny video where some guy was like, boy, you know, AC/DC, like who should our lead singer, which one of us should be the lead singer? And then the other kid is like, gee, I don't know, guys. Could be any one of us.
That's pretty good.
Classic.
But yeah, no, it's interesting. It's hard to say too. It's hard to, that's been kind of an interesting thing I've been thinking about because even like making parodies of stuff and jokes is in a way profiting off of like somebody probably going through, at least for me, like I make cartoons during times where like drama's happening or something, all in an attempt just to like get the algorithm, you know what I mean? Like business shit, like honestly. But I don't know how parasitic that is, and if it is as comparable to these people who are making like, you know, like a Sunny V2 video where it's like the downfall of Boogie 2988. This is why Boogie's a fucking idiot.
You're marked for death now,
Whatever.
bro. You just invoked the wrath and the curse
Of what?
of Sunny V2. The downfall of fucking Meat Canyon. You like that?
The downfall of Meat Canyon. Yeah. It'll happen one day.
Well, probably.
He doesn't get it. Well, the thing that's annoying with some of those too is it's just like he used in 2017, he had 20 million monthly viewers. Now, today, he has 400,000 monthly viewers. And it's just like, okay. I mean, like, people aren't as interested. It's like, wow, what a crazy, like, that's where I think it's parasitic when you're just being like kicking a guy while they're down or something. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. All the list of controversies, he's racist and a pedophile, and he only gets 400,000 views a month.
That's pretty good for a racist pedophile. Fuck.
I certainly.
If I was a racist pedophile, I'd be fucking stoked to 400,000 views a month.
I'm like, wow, 400,000 people are still clicking on these videos. Even
All right.
Racist pedophile.
Nah, the
Holy
world's
shit.
not going down as fucking shit as I thought.
All right.
Yeah,
It's not as bad. Okay,
yeah.
that's not
I'm going to
bad.
keep touching
Okay.
children,
Pretty-
black children.
and yell at them.
Innit?
I don't like you. Horrible.
That's a good point.
But yes,
maybe parodies and such is kind of a similar vein. One thing I'll say is like,
I think it might be. Yeah.
I don't know if this makes it better or worse, but it takes a lot more creativity and predetermined like hard thought to really fucking go after someone with like a cartoon. You really have to like, what is this person's deepest insecurity? It's not just laid out there like in a film for people to see. You have to really like study them like a fucking serial killer and be like, okay.
Have we kicked someone while they're down though? Because what you do is you just tell yourself they're a bad person.
Logan Paul. We kicked
not
the
down.
king of all kings.
He's not down.
But he's never down though. You know what I mean?
Hey, he might have
I think that's
bad.
the thing, too.
Well, go on.
I think that the only thing that, and I tried to offset that, which the only one I can think of that was really malicious was like, I think my Sneeko one, like that was just nothing there.
He liked it.
It was just making fun of him. But the I think even with like Nick Ocado or like the other stuff I do, which even the Logan Paul one is just being a dick too, honestly. But like Logan Paul or like XQC,
What about?
I'm at least trying to make a narrative of like trying to be like, why is this wrong?
Yeah, but
I feel like we could. You said like there's just been one or two. I feel like if we go down your list, it's probably like Tom Brady, fucking.
No. I'm saying like I'm trying to get the list of things where like I've tried to make narratives at least that are like cautionary tale type stuff, or like trying to do stuff that isn't just like, I don't know, trying to make a narrative out of it that's good or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a interesting like quandary.
Maybe we'll cut this, but when we put out that
Nah, say it.
when we put out the
let him fucking know
Breaking Bad cartoon, Tom wanted to tweet it at RJ Mitty.
No, Tom didn't want to. Tom did tweet it at RJ Mitty.
Oh, and you deleted it or something? I can't remember.
You made me delete it. Yes.
Do you think that any of that kind of thing, that kind of like extreme, because I understand that like that's like the code you're living by, but do you think that any of that comes out of like do you ever look back on that, or do you think that like you would ever look back on those things, like if you were able to make these things, look back on it and be like, maybe that wasn't the best move?
I don't know.
Or do you feel like do you feel like you say these things because you've just never had the opportunity to just actually go and do it?
I need my consequences. I will say this, like in the case of this RJ Mitty one, like the starting point.
Who is RJ Mitty?
The kid that has in real life has cerebral palsy that plays Walt Jr. in Breaking Bad.
Walt Jr.
Walt's son. Yeah. Oh, Walt Jr.
So we made a Godzilla cartoon and we like basically make fun of his legs, and he gets meat tied to him and he gets thrown out of an airplane to feed Godzilla. Mm-hmm. And I like tweeted it at him for what, like, I can't remember what my caption was or whatever, but the starting point wasn't like, yeah, this is going to fucking ruin this retard's day. It was like, I bet he would find this funny. Because to me, like, that's the kind of stuff I find funny. So I was like, oh, he'll probably find it funny.
Do you honestly think you would, though? Oh, so you honestly think you'd find that funny?
I mean, maybe not now after corrective talking tos, but that, yeah, my starting point is like, oh, well, I think this is funny, and like, it's probably, you know, it's just a lack of like putting yourself in someone else's shoes in that case, I think. Like maybe with how old I am now, I think that you can make about it more.
I think the thing is like you can make that joke and it is funny still. I think that where it gets wrong is like then sending it to him and be like, hey, fucking retard, look at this thing I just made about you.
I don't think it was like that.
Look how fucking pathetic.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it is, but I think that you could easily read it like that.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
But I think the joke is still funny. Like I think that's like, I don't think that's a problem.
That's like another thing for me. It's like, okay, if you're gonna make the joke, like, isn't it a bit hypocritical to be like, well, you don't tweet someone in the joke you made. It's like, well, you still made the fucking joke. Yeah, like, what's the difference?
No, because I think that it's a joke. I think that by tweeting at them, it's malicious. It becomes like, well, then it's not a joke anymore. It becomes like you're
shoving it in my face. Like there's added baggage to that action. You know, it's not like
I thought he would find it funny. I was trying to make his life better.
The whole thing with this too is, I feel like definitely part of this equation was what was said in the tweet, and I don't remember that part. But
whatever.
I don't
lies.
I wish we had it so we could remember what it was, but
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing though too, is that there really is no right or wrong. It's personal preference for people. But I do think that there are things like, where it's it feels like a kind of gut feeling about being like,
I have a friend with cerebral palsy, so I'm allowed to say it. Mm-hmm.
I like that too. I like the idea of you just getting into any kind of deal and being like, I have a friend that's like that, so I can say this.
100%. My good friend Joe, we would hang out every day at college, and he would, like, you know, do his thing on his crutches, and that gives me the right to tweet at RJ Mitty. So I don't know what to tell you.
It's like because you saw somebody with cerebral palsy one time. I've been around one of those gross people with the crutches that hobble around. It's disgusting. I can make jokes at them.
We used to talk about Metallica so much together, and I do think, if anything, RJ Mitty would think of me as an ally.
Maybe he would.
He would have been like, everyone treats me like I can't take a fucking joke. Everyone treats me like this wounded warrior. I'm just a normal guy who can laugh at himself like everyone else. I'm glad you did that, Tom. Treated me like a normal human.
It's true. I think that if he knew you, that's what he would say. I think coming from a complete stranger, it might be hard to come across that whimsical Mark Twain-esque spiel you just gave me.
Yeah, I don't know. I was 18. Give me a fucking break. Nothing's my fault. I'm deflecting all. I'm deflecting all responsibility, and I will until I die. So you guys can take it or leave it.
Take it or fucking leave it. It happened, dude.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Get over it, RJ. Fucking retard.
Hobble over it, RJ.
I like that.
I thought that was kind of cute. See, if he listens to the podcast, he's probably gonna like laugh at that because he's laughing at himself.
Sorry, cut that. Cut that. Cut that.
I'm not 18.
I'm 30-year-old man.
I'm not 18.
30-year-old man. 30 fuck. All right. Well, that's an announcement. Yep. Flash Gits is no longer punching down because Don doesn't think it's cool.
That's exactly what I said.
There you go, guys.
Thank you. We're moving into the future.
Yeah. More people are going to feel welcomed into our community and be able to
get ready for the explosive growth now that Flash Gits is no longer punching down.
And remember to head over to x.com/flashgitsanims for some more sneak peeks of what's to come.
But first, go to the
Don, if you ever tell me.
That means you,
go to
RJ,
the Patreon, sign up to the Cream Crew Patreon weekly bonus episodes, and Elliot, roll our awesome merch ad. Yep.
Roll it.
Hey guys, we got merch.
Limited quantity drop. A limited quantity of items are being produced for the holidays.
Orders will begin shipping the first week of December.
All orders placed before December 10th will arrive before Christmas.
Check out the link in the description or shop the merchandise below the video before it's too late.
You guys have been bitching about this forever, so you better buy some. If you don't buy some stuff, then go yourself. You.